say you have like a work of fiction, like a book or something, right? And in that book, there are a bunch of characters, and each of those characters has their own purpose within the story, right? And their own path that they will travel on in that story. And that is that sort of individual subjective purpose. And if you were to say there is an objective purpose, some fundamental purpose, well, that fundamental purpose would be the story itself.
Yeah, but then what's the justification for the story? What is the purpose of the story? And so that's where infinite regress comes into play. The, the way that I tried to understand it was, if you look at anything, it helps to look at its antithesis, which is why I'm so adamant that we have to include void in order to understand existence. But if to me, what is the opposite of purpose? And I would ask myself this question, and whatever answer I came up to, I realized could not work because it already had its own antithesis. So if I say meaninglessness is the opposite of purpose, for example, well, meaninglessness has its antithesis or its counterpart, which is meaning. So then I realized that no matter what you place as the opposite of purpose, and absolute purpose, immediately collapses, because then it takes on purpose of its own, which is to be the opposite of purpose. Is that
Yeah,
a little bit too labyrinthian?
yeah. I completely understand where you're coming from. I think that is sort of related to that thing I was talking about earlier with like the map and the territory thing, right? Where like
Yeah.
the territory is, right? And the map, like when you try and say like why, if you try and like use the map to figure out why the territory is, the only answer you will arrive at is why the map is, because there's no like purpose and reason. To me, is it requires that perspective, sort of like similar with that triangle, right? Like without the measurement taking place from the individual measuring, the there's you need that reference point basically for the measurement to make any sense. And then so purpose itself is that measurement. And so without sort of that subject to make the measurement, there is no like you need that other reference point. And so that's why like you can't come up with some ultimate purpose that is devoid of the individuals. It is the collective story of all of the individual purposes.